All right, you guys. So I'm doing this one live. Normally I do them not live, or at least unlisted where you can't see it. But this is the Halloween edition of How Do They Feel About You? However, this is a timeless reading. Welcome to the PrettyTarot YouTube channel. And this is my Halloween costume. I do not care that it is 2 days past Halloween. That was my birthday, okay? And so I actually had to work my full-time job, and then I went out to celebrate my birthday with family and stuff. So I didn't get to really have the time to do a Halloween edition video. So now I'm doing one. This is a timeless reading. So keep in mind, whenever you come across this, you was led to it. I read reversals, and this is tarot and it's oracle cards, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the deck, and hopefully it's not too much noise in the background here. And if you come in a room, you know, if you like the reading, please give me a like. If you don't, you know, it's okay. You know what? Actually, hold on. It's a little bit too much noise going on in the background. You're too loud. Okay. All right. I'm good now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and show the deck here. This reading is about how do they feel about you. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you the deck. We got 4 decks here, okay? You have deck 1, okay? Deck 2, you have deck 3, and you have deck 4. Thank you for the like, whoever gave it to me, thank you. Okay, so pick one deck. However, if you feel led to pick more than one deck, then you may, you know, choose to do so. However, if you find that you get any kind of conflicting information, it will be because you usually recommend pick one. Something else to know about these readings is that it may or may not resonate, you know, but sometimes also it takes a while for them to resonate as well, you know. I do give advice in these decks, so what I'll do is pick up on the situation, how they actually feel about you, and then advice for you, okay? But you take that advice at your own free will. I'm not forcing you to do anything, and you have to be accountable for every choices you make. So if you cannot pick the deck by number, you have crystals here. This is amethyst on deck 1. This is quartz, regular quartz here on deck 2. Then you have rose quartz for deck 3. And then I think this is citrine. I could be wrong, but I think it's citrine. Okay. It's a green stone. Both of them are green stones. They're the same kind on deck 4. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the reading. Also, I got a pyramid here. My father gifted me with this for my birthday. It's beautiful. I love it. Pyramids are good for manifestation. Okay. So, all right. Let's go ahead and get this going. And like I said, I hope you guys had a happy Halloween. I had an awesome Halloween and an awesome birthday. Okay, so for those who chose deck number 1, and I'm going to move these other decks over to the side here. We're going to go ahead and do deck number 1. So if you chose deck number 1 and the amethyst crystals or stones or whatever, then let's see what's going on. How do they actually feel about you, and what is the advice given to you by the divine spirit? With some of these cards, I may also be possibly picking up on your feelings as well. Interesting. Okay, so your person, if you chose deck number 1, they're feeling very, very, their energy is alive, I want to say. They're feeling very creative towards you. They're feeling inspired with you for some reason. They're feeling very moved by you is what I'm also getting here, okay? Because we have the creativity card. And the creativity card is all about someone feeling like they can be creative. And I feel like they can create something with you, okay? Like they can create some kind of situation with you, maybe even create a relationship with you, or create something, period, whatever it may be. Take whatever resonates, okay? However, it seems like this energy is shrouded with some kind of mystery. Like they're not, it's like they're keeping this under wraps. They're kind of, someone may be planning something for you, or they may be planning to surprise you, or they may be hiding that they're feeling like they want to do something with you, or they want to create something with you in some form. They could be hiding their feelings, you know, that maybe you make them feel alive in some form, okay? Or maybe you inspire them in some form, but they're keeping this a secret or keeping this a wraps. But I also feel like for some of you, it could be they're planning something. They're planning something in regards to you or whatever, and they're getting a kind of creative about it, okay? What I also have here is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is all about, it could be their desire to form a relationship with you. It could be their desire to form a partnership with you. It could be their desire to literally create something with you, make plans with you, arrange something with you, literally like come together with you in some kind of form. I feel like for whoever this is, it's possible that there is something romantic that this person is definitely feeling towards you with the creativity card, mysticism, and the Two of Cups, but they're hiding it. They may even, because the Two of Cups is also about friendship, okay? So they may even be feeling like they want to extend themselves to you in regards to friendship. It depends on what your situation really is. Normally this reading would apply to love life situations, but it can also apply to other kind of personal situations. It can apply to whatever this may make sense with for you, okay? But this feels a lot like someone is trying to literally make some plans with you, and it seems romantic, or it could just be, yeah, it feels like someone is really, they're feeling something for you. They're definitely feeling something for you that feels, like I said, they're inspired to get romantic or to make plans with you in some form, okay? But it's still shrouded in mystery and secrecy here. Like they're keeping this from you, or they're hiding this from you, because not only did I have the mysticism card, but I got the moon card here, okay? And the moon card is all about things that are hidden under the surface, secrets, a need to really use intuition to, you know, really figure some things out or whatever. But it seems like this is something that you're not aware of, or maybe they're just trying to hide something, okay? Sometimes this is also about secrets, okay? Whatever the case is, it seems like it's something they're hiding in regards to how they feel, or what it is they want to do with you and their intentions romantically, or in some other form. Now, what's interesting is you have the Sun card here in reverse. So someone's not, I don't know, maybe they're not happy right now. They're not happy, and maybe that's the reason why, or maybe you're not happy, and maybe that's the reason why they're feeling some sort of need to make a gesture, reach out or something, or they're trying to figure out how to reach out, or how to make some sort of gesture, or they're trying to figure out something here. Like they want to make an offer, or they want to plan something with you, or they want to do something with you, okay? And it's related to some sort of unhappiness, or some lack of joy or something that's been going on, because the Sun card is all about happiness and joy. However, with that being in reverse, it's like the exact opposite or whatever. It could be they also want to turn things around and see happiness with you, okay? So even though I do read cards in reverse, I still can pick up on if the energy is able to turn around, and maybe that's what they're trying to do. They could be trying to figure out how to turn the situation around with you if things haven't been going so well, okay? And it's been affecting your happiness, their happiness, or, you know, your joint happiness. But what's interesting is you have the attraction card here in reverse. Now, one thing I like to point out with the romance angel cards is that even though I may pick up on the energy that's in reverse, the advice is still meant for them to be read in the upright in my readings, okay? So I'm feeling like someone is concerned that there's not enough attraction. Either someone doesn't feel attractive, or someone's feeling like the attraction is not there. It's like an insecurity almost, in a sense. Like there's a doubt, but the attraction is actually there. Or this person actually finds you attractive and vice versa, but there's a doubt about it because the attraction card is in the reverse. Okay? So I feel like the attraction is there between you and them. They could be very well feeling attracted to you, but it could be one of those things where they're hiding it, or there's just this whole thing of a doubt. They could be feeling like maybe you don't find them attractive, but whatever the case is, it's not necessarily true. But it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and I feel like they want to find a way to capture some kind of moment with you that will create the attraction, or will show that there's a real desire there, okay? There's a real romantic interest there. There's a real desire for something, love, you know, regarding love, romance, and maybe even lust. But you got the Nine of Water in reverse. So that's like the Nine of Cups in a regular traditional tarot reading, or traditional tarot deck. So that's like I said, someone is thinking they're not going to get what it is that they want. They're not going to get their wish, or they're not going to get what's going to fulfill them. However, this is something that very well could turn around. Because like I said, I point out the cards being in reverse because it's pointing out doubtful energy in regards to the Nine of Cups. Someone thinking they're not going to get what they want or get their wish. Thank you to whoever gave me the other like. I appreciate you guys. But, you know, the advice is your wish comes true. You know, concerns fade away. So whatever insecurities there were, they fade away. There's a love of life. And remember I said that someone here could be feeling inspired and lively here. Okay. So you guys are being advised, you're being advised to, whatever doubts you have and thinking things are not going to work out, or thinking you're not going to get your wish with this person or whatever, that's not true. Things are going to work out. You will get your wish or whatever. And I think even though there's doubt of how they feel about you, the feelings are real. They're positive. And whatever you're doubting is simply not true, okay? And soon enough, they're going to reveal this to you, even though they may be hiding how they feel, okay? So your other advice is to love yourself, okay? Have unconditional love, okay, here. And I feel like this is pointing out that this person may not be perfect, but it doesn't mean that you can't find the good in them or see the good in them. But you also need to make sure you love yourself as well, because it's pointing out love yourself and others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So if you are confident in yourself and you know you are a wonderful person and that you're a giving, loving person, have confidence that no matter if you doubt how this person feels about you or how others feel about you, period, it's, you know, your insecurities won't be there if you know who you are and you know how wonderful you are and you know what you bring to the table and that sort of thing. You won't have to doubt and wonder, do they really love me? Do they really like me? Do they really care about me? Are they really interested? Are they attracted? You know, that energy comes from you not being sure of yourself. Okay, so that's why they're pointing out to you, the divine's been pointing out, have love for yourself, and also even if this person is less than perfect, give them a chance. Okay, now the other advice you're being given is blow off steam. It's in the reverse here, so it's telling you that you need to find something to take the pressure off. Okay, find something to take the pressure off. because I feel like you may be too occupied with wondering how does this person feel about you? Are they going to do the right thing, or are they going to do this or that and blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Just maybe they even done something to piss you off and steal your joy, because I said the Sun card is in the reverse or whatever. It could even go vice versa, but this is more so about how they feel and what you're experiencing with them. You're being told to just, you know, just take the pressure off, find something else to do, enjoy yourself, don't worry about it, things are going to work out. And finally, you got the drop it card as well, okay? So this is telling you to release whatever doubts or whatever negative energy and whatever happened that may have thrown you off or whatever. Just drop it, let it go, so that you can elevate, and so that the situation can elevate and things can get in a better place. Because if you don't release any of that baggage or that negative energy or whatever happened or whatever, or these doubts, it's going to weigh you down, and then you get nowhere, okay? Because you see this person, they're still stuck there, while this one is, they're elevating, because they're dropping all these things, whatever it is that's been negative, okay? So that was deck number 1. I feel like that was a good reading. I really do. I feel like that was a positive reading, giving you some positive insights there to a situation where you may have some doubts or some curiosities that are kind of leaning towards doubt. So I'm going to move on to deck number 2. If you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, just check the description box below. And also, I'm going to comment information in the comment section, okay? So, I'm going to... Alright. Yeah, now I'm going to step over to deck number 2 so I can get these other cards out of the way. Alright, so if you chose deck number 2 and the quartz there, okay, let's see what's going on with your situation. And actually, I like wear my quartz bracelet. Alright, deck number 2, people. What is the situation and what is the advice? How do they feel about you? Okay, so if you chose deck number 2, somehow this person is not, they have the discontent card, okay? They have the discontent card. But I feel like this goes beyond the discontent, because there's a mask here, and then there's all of these people in the woods, and then they're standing there. There's a part of me that feels like they're kind of in the dark, in the woods. They're not too clear how they feel about you, and this could be bothering them. They could be disappointed in the situation with you somehow, possibly, but I feel like they're not clear. And I feel like it's a possibility that they could be hiding how they feel, or they could be feeling like you're hiding how you feel because of the mask there. But I also feel like this person, for some reason, I feel like they cannot tell the forest from the trees. And it's the same thing with people. So it's like, I feel like they cannot tell the difference between you and the next person. And I know that sounds crazy, but this resonates somehow for someone, and this is what I'm getting. They're also questioning your path together, like if you're destined or if you're not, okay? Like if there is some purpose there to your dealings with them, and vice versa. And it could be maybe they're disappointed about the path you guys have taken, the route in which things have maybe something could have turned left, okay, when it should have went right. Things could have went left, or things could have went south, okay, meaning things for some reason they're feeling like things have not worked out so far, and they could be questioning Is this right for them? Are you the person they're supposed to be with or not? Okay, because they have the discontentment card and the destiny card. So they're questioning some things, okay? They're really unsure about your destiny, your path together, or if you're meant to be together, if you fit together or whatever. Now, it feels like they want to overcome this obstacle, this challenge, because it feels like it's larger than life. And it feels like it's probably scary to them, but they feel like they want to take this on anyway, okay? They feel like they want to slash away whatever this big problem is, whatever this gigantic, huge issue is, or whatever, and they want to be able to take on things. They don't really want to back down. But like I said, they could be questioning, is this the right path? Is this the right thing to do? Are they really meant to be with you or not? They're really trying to think about it. So they're thinking about you. They're thinking about this. They're really kind of like wondering, and they're kind of hoping to become illuminated in some form. They're kind of hoping. Thank you for the likes, you guys. They're hoping to really gain some clarity here on where they feel this is really going, how they can really overcome the obstacles and the issues here with you in this situation, because like I said, they're not happy about something here, whether it's the way things turned out, the way things went, or maybe something that that happened between you guys or whatever. But they're really taking some time to think about it and kind of isolate, be to themselves, go in their own. So if you haven't heard from them in a while, this is the reason why. They're trying to figure out the situation and how to overcome it, you know, and if they should continue this path with you, okay? If they feel there is any path or any future with you, okay, depending on what the situation is, because it feels like it's very unclear to them, and they really can't tell what's what, you know, in terms of they can't tell the forest from the trees. They're also wondering if they need to be loyal to you or not. And this is interesting because remember I was saying before that they can't tell the difference between you and anybody else, because I'm seeing these people here in the woods hiding and they're looking at all this. So it's possible that they're wondering, is this a situation they should stay loyal to, faithful to? They could be wondering if, yeah, they could be wondering if they need to stay, you know, stick by you, stick by your side. They could be possibly feeling like they don't know. They could be feeling like there's a lack of loyalty here. It's possible that you may be feeling that as well on your end, because a dog is a very loyal, faithful companion that sticks by you. Okay, so when this is in reverse, this is someone who they wonder if they should stick by you. They wonder if they should stay loyal or be faithful to this situation. Because like I said, you got the destiny card here. It's the same thing. Wondering if this is something that's going to take them somewhere, and if they should, you know, continue this course with you, because for some reason they're not happy. And I feel like there's so many other people that they're kind of caught up in. They're not really able to see the forest for the trees or tell the difference between you and someone else, because they're kind of they're not sure. They're not sure. They're very cloaked in unsureness. They may not even be honest with themselves, and they're wearing, you know, because there's this mask here, you know. Now what's interesting here, unrequited love, but it's in the reverse. Unrequited love in the reverse. So it's possible here, I feel like this, I really feel like this person, they do not know how they feel about you yet. Like entirely yet right now. Like I feel like they once knew how they feel about you, and then somehow it changed because something happened, and then now they still are unclear. Like things change, so now somehow their feelings have changed and the way they view you has changed, and therefore they're unsure, and they're wondering, like I said, is this something they need to stick with or not, if they need to stick by you or not, or if they need to be loyal to you or not, or if they need to be just kind of loyal or true to themselves, but they're wearing a mask. Though this says unrequited love in reverse, I always pay attention to the advice in the upright that it's pointing out to you there may not be enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. They're on the fence. I feel like they're on the fence. They're on the fence. Nothing is definite here, but they're on a fence. Okay? You could possibly even be on the fence with them. You have the 5 of fire. That's the 5 of wands in the reverse. That's pointing out to you that conflict, you could just, this person could be desiring to not have conflict with you. You could be desiring not to have conflict with them. This also could be the brink of the point where conflict may be over between the two of you. But the advice is that I feel like somewhere along the line here there's a truce to be made or to be had between this person and you, especially coming from them. It points out that there's competition or competing goals, and that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, I keep seeing these other people here in the background. They're not fully all there. They're in the background. So I feel like this person may have other options, and that's the reason why they're not clear about their loyalty to you or about where they see their path going with you. And this is something they definitely want to tackle, because they really, I feel like they want to really be clear about where they stand, how they feel about you, because they're not. Okay? There's conflict, bothersome details, you know, like they haven't quite figured this out. And I feel like you haven't either, 100%. You haven't. Okay? You may not be wanting to reconsider this person. You may not even want to be necessarily dealing with them, because you're aware that this person may be on the fence, and they may have other people that they might even be trying to deal with, and they're unclear, and they can't tell the difference between you and other people because they're just too caught up. But the advice here, because I always read these cards in the upright, I point out the energy in reverse. Like I said, you probably don't want to deal with them or reconsider them and give them another chance. But this is pointing out you might want to reconsider. And I only feel like this because maybe there is some unfinished business here. Maybe there is, maybe there's something more here to the situation than meets the eye here. Yeah. What's interesting is, and yeah, that's, you have start anew. And start anew doesn't mean go and find someone new or find a totally new situation. It means give this another try. Okay? See if you can get this situation to blossom into something more beautiful, or if it can grow to another stage. But it will require you to have the patience to really see the situation grow and change into something that may have seemed to be in one stage into something in a total different stage, or something that may have seemed undeveloped into something more developed. Okay, something that may have seemed not so, you know, beautiful into something beautiful. It's going to require another chance, another shot, you know, giving this another chance, another shot. Okay, blossoming in the reverse. You got blossoming in the reverse. So I feel like you guys really could be feeling like this could really be going nowhere, okay? Or you feel like it has an opportunity to go nowhere, but it's pointing out that blossoming, the opportunity to blossom is here. And it's so interesting because you have the caterpillar and the butterfly, which also points out that this has an opportunity to progress to a different stage and to turn into something entirely different than what you thought it could be. So if it wasn't something that looked so ideal or so beautiful before, it actually could turn into something, blossom and grow and change into something beautiful, okay? you are just getting started. So have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. Okay, that's what you're being advised by the divine spirit there. Okay, so this situation is not at its peak. You may feel like it is, and like, you know, feel like maybe it's over, but the fact that you're here looking at this, you know, reading, and you chose deck number 2, it's pointing out that no, this is not over, and even you somehow feel like in your heart it's not completely over, and that there's a possibility that you could try this again and get much better results. Okay, so that was deck number 2. If you chose deck number 2, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can check the description box below, and in my comments after this video post, you will notice there will be information there on how you can book a personal reading with me. Okay, so I'm going to move on to deck number 3. Okay, so if you chose deck number 3, or the rose quartz here, you know, these pretty pink stones, then, and I like rose quartz, I'm aware of that. We're going to go ahead and see what is going on for those of you who chose deck number 3. What does the divine spirit want you to know about how this person feel about you, and what is the advice as well? Okay, so you chose deck number 3. This is really interesting here. Really interesting. Wow. This feels somewhat similar to some of the other decks, but it's just a little slightly different. Okay, so deck number 3. Your person is not feeling good. Okay, they're feeling kind of like, they're not feeling, they could be feeling sad, they could be feeling hurt, they could be feeling depressed, they could be feeling some kind of angst. This is the despair card. So they're not feeling so great about you, but when I say they're not feeling so great about you, they're feeling disappointed, heartbroken, depressed, sad. You know, it could have been that maybe something ended, or maybe you walked away from them, maybe they walked away from you, but whatever the case is, they're not feeling good. They're hurting. Okay, this is hurting them, whatever's going on. And they could be wanting to, you know, find a way out of this, but right now they're stuck in the way that they're feeling down in their spirits. Okay, they're not feeling so good. They're feeling hurt over you somehow. Hurt, disappointed, depressed, sad, whatever. And it's because they're having a hard time letting you go, or letting something go, or letting a situation go with you. Okay, because this is a release card in reverse. Okay, so they're suffering right now. They're suffering because they cannot let you go, or the situation go, or something that happened go. Okay, however, yeah, what's interesting here is that this person is kind of like, I don't know why, even though they're feeling hard, feeling like heartbroken, or depressed, or like they can't let you go, somehow they're feeling confident that things could turn around. Because we have the 7 of Pentacles here in the reverse. And normally in the upright, this would be someone wondering if they can see the situation get anywhere, if they can see any growth in the situation. That with the seeds planted, if they can see anything manifest out of it. Okay, and someone feeling kind of like giving up or doubtful, but in reverse, this is someone not wanting to give up. This is someone who's still hopeful. This is someone who thinks there's still potential for growth. This is someone who, but at the same time, yeah, because this is also a card that points out the need for attentiveness to see things grow. And I feel like they want to. I feel like they want to somehow put in some sort of effort. Or they're hoping that any efforts they put in will work out. They got the, you know, you got the 9 of Cups here. This is someone really feeling like they want their wish. Or they feel like they could get their wish. Like they're desiring to get some sort of wish fulfillment or happiness granted to them here. So though they're like suffering right now, and they're not feeling so great because they can't release the situation or let you go, somehow they're feeling hopeful. Okay, somehow they're feeling hopeful that maybe things could turn around. Now what's interesting is here, this is my pest card. Okay, this is my pest card. This is also, I feel like someone wanting to have their cake and eat it too. And it's possible that maybe this person is someone that you're kind of feeling like they have some behaviors that are very undesirable to you in some form. Okay, and maybe this is the reason why things didn't work out, or the reason why maybe you could have possibly walked away, I feel like, for some reason. And this could be the reason why things were not working out, and this person is feeling hurt or disappointed and feeling like they can't let you go. Okay, and they're suffering for that because you could have walked away because of some of their undesirable behaviors, or they could have been greedy or something, and you felt like, no, you can't deal with that. Okay, and now they're regretting it, and because they're suffering and they can't even let you go, but they're still hopeful. Okay, it's pointing out something is unlikely here. So I'm going to actually pull a card to figure out what is it here that's unlikely, because they're feeling some sort of doubts here. Which is interesting, because it's like they have some sort of hope. They feel some sort of hope, I feel. Or at least they want to get their wish. They want to see things grow, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they feel like it could, and they don't want to give up hope, and they want to get their wish with you, or they want to see things work out. But there's also this thing of them feeling like something is unlikely. So, like I said, I'm shuffling on what is it that they're feeling is unlikely here in regards to you or the situation. This kind of fell off the top, so I'm going to go with this. But I'm also going to pull one more. Alright, so what I'm seeing here that's unlikely is the Two of Rods in reverse, okay? This is them feeling like what's unlikely is that they'll be able to catch you. That they'll be able to catch you, or that they'll be able to because this deck, it illustrates a different it illustrates something of a different meaning than the traditional meaning. The traditional meaning of the Two of Rods is having more than one choice to make, more than one option to make, more than one path to take. In reverse, though, this is literally, it could be they feel like they do not have much of a choice or much of an option here, you know. It's also that they could be, because this deck presents the Two of Wands as, in the upright, someone that is getting trapped by something that seems so small and pesky. Much like these small mice here that are pesky, okay? But in the reverse, it's the exact opposite. Not really getting caught up in something pesky, or get caught by, you know, caught up by something that seems kind of pesky or pestering or petty or whatever, okay? So they kind of, I feel like they kind of feel like it's unlikely that they have any options or choices here. Or they feel like it's not likely that they can really snag you again. You know what I'm saying? Because you may see them as someone that you know, they don't want to be, someone that you don't want to be bothered with, possibly. Like, you see them as someone that's greedy, or someone that's kind of like just undesirable in some form, because mice are undesirable, especially when they're messing around with all of your abundance here and all of your you know, your plentifulness and things like that, if it makes any sense. But also what feels unlikely here, this Eight of Swords here, okay? The Eight of Swords is about, once again, this is like, it's about feeling trapped. So it's like they feel like it's very unlikely that they could catch you again, okay? Somehow they're doubting that they can pull you back in, or that they can snatch you back in, or that they can trap you in any form, or that they can really, you know, get you back, I think, is the way that I'm feeling. Also, like I said, I feel like they don't really have any options here, or much options. They also could be feeling like they're just so, like they've given up. Like they don't have any more, like they don't have it in them anymore to really pursue you into some degree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like somehow they want to have their cake and eat it too, but either they feel like they don't have it in them to do it, or they just know you're just not going to give them another chance, you know, because they probably messed up so bad before. Okay, now, what I have here is pointing out this could be the one, okay? So they could be possibly feeling like you're the one, and they're now realizing this, okay? It may be that maybe you may be realizing that, you know, they were the one, you know, but you may have had to let them go because they weren't acting right for some reason, or things weren't going right. But it says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So I feel like they feel possibly like they know who you are to them now, but they're kind of, like I said, and this is the reason why it's hard for them to let you go, and it's the reason why they're also suffering, and you know, they're disappointed, sad, depressed, hurt, or whatever, feeling regret, okay, that they lost you, or that things didn't work out. With the Eight of Fire, this is like things could possibly take off really fast here. Things may take off really fast and swiftly, okay? Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. So it's possible that they may possibly make an effort to reach out, and when they do, they're going to come at you very fast and very swift and very, like, it'll feel like they're coming out of nowhere, okay? It's also possible that maybe something may happen that may cause like this communication to come through. So Eight of Fire is also communication, okay? Wands are communication. So it's possible that something here could happen that could cause some really immediate communication to come through. They may reach out and you know, like out of nowhere, it may feel like, or immediately just reach out in some form. It's possible that maybe you might, but somehow I don't necessarily feel like it's coming from your end, because I feel like you're the one who walked away or let this go because they weren't, you know, acting right, or they did something to cause you to not want to deal with them, okay? So other advice you have here, you got prosperity, but, you know, though this was in reverse, it's possible that maybe you could, you know, they could be feeling like there's no luck, or you could be feeling like you just don't know if there's much luck here. But this is pointing out that there is luck here. There is prosperity to be had here in the situation. And it says the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So if this person comes reaching out, I feel like they're going to come at you from a totally different tune this time. So if they were not acting right before, they're going to come totally different with you, with different energy, better energy, okay? And this is focused intention, okay? So it's pointing out to you, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So they may be really focused, heavy, like they may really come pursue you, even though they may have felt like they didn't have it in them anymore. They may really just find it in them to come out and pursue you for another chance. Or you may feel the need to go back and pursue them, realizing that maybe you could give them another chance. This could go either or. But you have the advice to look forward, but I want to point out this was in the reverse. So you may be feeling, like I said, you it's possible that you might be, like I said, looking back and trying to figure out can there be a possibility for another chance or whatever. But you're being told to look forward, okay? It's possible that you could be dwelling on what happened, events that happened in the past or the recent past or whatever, but you're being told to look forward and keep pressing forward or whatever, okay? So that's the advice that you guys have. And I'm going to move on to the next deck, but if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, check my description box below, or you can check in the comments below after this video is posted, okay? So let's get ready to move forward to the final deck, which is deck number 4. Okay, so if you chose deck number 4, and thank you to those of you who have given me likes. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Okay, so if you chose deck number 4, like I said, I believe these are citrine crystals or whatever, but they're very beautiful green crystals. Let's see what the Divine Spirit has to say for the person you are wondering about in terms of how do they feel about you and what is the advice that the Divine Spirit has for you guys. If you chose deck number 4. Okay. Alright, so this person, this particular person here that you are wondering how they feel about you, they don't know. They don't know. And I say this because they're not really focused right now. They're not focused. So it's possible that when I say they're not focused, like I feel like they are not able to really be in tune with their higher self, to really be able to be wise enough to see the situation, or to be able to really understand how they feel about you, okay? They're not in tune at all with their higher self or with their more mature self. They're not even focused. And to be honest with you, I feel like they also may be focused on themselves because they got the victim card here. They could be possibly feeling like you did them wrong. It's also possible that they could be sensing that, you know, they could be feeling that you feel they did you wrong, but they have no clue how they did this because they're not either mature enough to see this, or they're not really using their intuition or using any good common sense or wisdom to really realize or pay attention or to understand how they may have made you feel victimized, or they could be very well playing the victim role themselves, and they just, I feel like they lack an understanding, okay, in the roles that were played here in this situation and how they're viewing you and how you view them, okay? Like they're confused, or like I said, they're really not taking some sort of accountability here in some form, you know. They could have done you wrong. You could have felt like they did you wrong. But whatever the case is, they can't figure it out how they did you wrong and how you view it that way. Or they feel like you did them wrong and they can't figure out how you don't see this, okay? It could be either or. It depends on your situation. There's so many of you out there, depending on how this may resonate with you, okay? Yeah. And Wow. So this person, they really... they're really not thinking. Okay? And I don't want to say that they're not thinking about you, but somehow they're not... I feel like for some reason they're not seeing things from your perspective. Or they're not able to see things from your perspective. They're not able to see things from your side or the other side. I also feel like there's a different narrative for some of you. For some of you, I feel like this person is so focused on themselves and making themselves the victim here that they don't really have any feelings towards you, that, you know, like somehow they don't have any feelings towards you because they're too focused on themselves, if that makes any sense. That's one narrative, because they feel like everything is all about them and they're the victim. The other narrative is that they could be aware that, you know, somehow you are the victim and they did something that was considered to be doing wrong by you. However, they still are unaware or unsure of how they did this, why they did it, or how you feel, you know what I'm saying, they did, you know, they did you wrong. If that makes any sense, okay? And they're just not really focused or even thinking about this somehow. Okay? They're very much lacking focus. They're very much lacking some sort of maturity. There's a lack of maturity here. There's a lack of focus. There's a lack of this person's ability to really view things from your perspective in a higher perspective period, where they can see all angles of the situation and how the roles were played, their role they played towards you and vice versa. They're not feeling very optimistic here about you in this situation. They're not feeling very optimistic about things, period, regarding you or working out with you. They're not even thinking that things could work out or they could get their wish here. Because in the upright, this is about being optimistic and hoping to get your wish, or, you know, being faithful. It's like they lack any faith here that, you know, this is, I keep hearing something they really want, or something that they even understand here, you know. However, they have a desire to communicate in some form with you, okay? I just feel like they just don't know how to go about this, okay? They don't know how to go about this, but I feel like they want to communicate with you, but they really are unclear. They really don't know. It's possible maybe you may desire some communication with them as well. It's possible, but you have, this is the take action card here in reverse. Okay, so they could be hesitant to reach out, though they want to communicate. They're hesitant because, like I said, they feel optimistic. Not optimistic, I'm sorry. They do not feel optimistic about the situation. They do not feel like something could work out. They can't see the brighter side of the situation. They can't see the upside of this. They can't even figure out how this could work out, or how, you know, if their prayers could be answered in any form here, or if they could get their wish. It's like they've totally lost faith here in this situation. And I feel like it's because they are not mature somehow, or they're not wise enough to understand how things went, you know, how things went down, how they made you feel, how you make them feel, and how to really approach this from a mature perspective here, you know. They could be playing victim, or they could be aware that they somehow did wrong by you, but they don't really know what to do about any of this. So it's a lack of action that they may be feeling on their end, like they want to communicate, but they don't, because they don't really know how to go about this, okay? Though, it's also possible you could be thinking, should you take any action, but not really wanting to do so either. But the advice here is to take action. Whether they need to take it, or maybe you could be brave enough to do it. But in all honesty, I feel like they want to, but they don't know how to do so, okay? Now, what's interesting is here, this is what's interesting. You have released your ex, okay? You have released your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Now, it's possible that they may need to release an ex if there was more than one person involved in the situation. It's possible that you just generally need to release them, okay? If you haven't already done so, I feel like some of you may have, you know, at least kind of, you know, considered it, but not really sure. But someone here needs to release someone, whether you release them or they need to release someone, okay, here in the situation. But you have the Ace of Water, that's the Ace of Cups. That's pointing out a new beginning, okay? I feel like once something or someone has been released, okay, that there's something new and there's something beautiful here that can blossom, that can occur, a new beginning can occur. It points out falling in love or a resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, okay? It's like a new beginning, one that changes the way you feel or affects the way you feel on an emotional level or emotional scale. But something or someone needs to be released here, okay, in this situation, whether on their end or yours or both. But this is the Undying Love card in reverse. But the advice is to be read in the upright. The information advice is to be read in the upright. So this is the Undying Love card. The love you have shared is internal regardless of the situation. So you or this person could be feeling like, you know, the love is not everlasting, it's not unconditional, it's only conditional. But the reality is here, there really is some sort of undying love or some sort of unconditional love that will kind of always be there, or this person will always be in your heart, or they'll always be in your heart, or vice versa, or both, okay, somehow is what is, you know, is that's what's being pointed out there, okay? So regardless of what happens, regardless of what's going on, regardless of any animosity or any feelings here, I feel like it's pointing out to you that you may need to release this person. And don't feel like, you know, I mean, it's understandable you can still have feelings for someone. And it's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that, you know, but it's probably time to release them. And with doing so, there will be something new and something beautiful to be had, okay? It's possibly with someone else new, or it's possible that maybe down the line, in the long run, maybe a resurgence, like I said, something, it could re-blossom. But I feel like you guys will find what you're looking for when you just acknowledge that, you know, you'll always love this person, they may always love you, but it's time to release them, okay? And your final advice is to invest in your spirit, okay? So plant the seeds in yourself to blossom something beautiful, okay? Because you guys are beautiful, your spirit is beautiful, and I feel like there's something beautiful to be had in the long run here, as long as you invest in you. And, you know, like I said, it's okay to always know in your heart you'll love someone and that they'll always love you, but it's when you know it's time to move on, it's time to move on. And there will be something beautiful to come afterwards, something new, or something new to blossom, or something to reinvent itself. But make sure you're always investing in yourself and your spirit and your energy and your feelings and emotions, and making sure that you're taking care of yourself and looking out for yourself, you guys, okay? so that you'll always be fine and you'll always be all right, no matter how anyone, you know, regards you. Okay, so I felt like that was great advice that you guys received there. And if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, you can check the description box below for more information, or when this video is done, you can check the comments. Otherwise, I appreciate the likes, you guys. Thank you so much for the positive energy and for coming into my room and joining me for the pick a card reading. When this video ends, it will post. It might take a few minutes, or it may even take, I don't know if it's going to take 10, 20, 15 minutes or even 5 minutes. But you can check for it so that you can go back and pick a deck or whatever you want to do, or see the rest of the video. I will be doing some other videos this weekend. If you're new to my channel, you haven't already subscribed, if you go ahead and subscribe, you'll know when I'm doing other videos, whether they're live or pre-recorded. And you know, I appreciate any feedback, you guys. And for those of you, you're wondering why I'm looking like this, it's because I missed out on doing the video for Halloween. I was supposed to do this on Halloween, but it was my birthday and I had to work. So I'm doing it now. I'm a unicorn, if you hadn't noticed, and the shirt says I was born a unicorn. You probably, it's probably flipped around, so that's probably why you can't you can't see that. But thank you for coming to my channel. Peace. And there will be more readings coming up this weekend. They may be live or they may be pre-recorded, but I'm so glad you guys joined me. Thank you for the likes. Peace. Love you guys. And happy Halloween.